We do.
Sounds good.
Hello, everyone. I'm tall in this frame. Hang on, let's try and pull that down a little bit. Why didn't that work? That usually works. Oh well, we'll not bother about it. I'll just be tall. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Misty Mountain Streaming. I'm the D&D-Wannabe. My name, is Rob, and I'm blowing out my mic. Let's try and affect that. I fixed some technical difficulties that I didn't know were there. That, if anyone was watching last week and had trouble hearing me, you should be able to hear me better this week. Perhaps too well. So do let me know, anybody... Cypher in the chat says I'm always tall. Do let me know if I'm sounding better or worse, or if I should mute altogether. That might be the way to enjoy this stream, truly. Welcome back to Miskatonic Misadventure on Misty Mountain Mondays. We are playing Pulp Cthulhu again tonight. We are continuing with the thing we do. And we have a few announcements and thank yous to get out of the way, and I have something to show y'all. But first, let's re-meet our colorful cast of characters. Let's start with Katie today. Hi, Katie.
Hello. Okay. Hi, I'm Katie. I play D&D and other tabletop games, as seen, because I'm here playing Cthulhu. I play Hannah Cooper, aka Ellie Walker, aka who knows in the future. And we're trying to play Cthulhu. Oh, and I do D&D character art on the side, and I'm Ominous Watermelon here on Twitch.
Fun fact about Katie, she recently made a family portrait, but D&D-ified for my brother's family to celebrate the birth of his new youngest. And it's really cool, and all his kids love it.
That's awesome.
I need to help you see that. I should post it somewhere where people can see. There's currently only one photo of it, and it's mostly of the mother's face, holding the very cool art, being very excited about it. We should get a better picture of the art itself.
Yeah, I can send you the digital version of it.
Awesome. Would you post it in our public Discord, and then also in our private Discord? That would help.
Yes.
Great. It's awesome, and you will all enjoy it when you get the opportunity to see it, including you, Mike, who is next.
Mike is next. I am Mike, or Uncle Mike, or Diggy Squirrel, as you guys probably know by now if you've been watching this stuff. I am playing, well, I love these games. Been playing games for a really, really long time. And I love Cthulhu, don't get to play it much. Love playing it with these crazy people. I am playing Travis Cole, who's a federal agent who is trying to solve the mysteries of the universe, and right now trying not to crash a plane that is being, buzzed by Cthulhu monsters. So we have that to look forward to.
We do have that to look forward to. Let's look forward to that. There are alternative ways we could approach the situation, but looking forward to it seems the best and most correct. Wearing another awesome Cthulhu shirt is Brian.
Let's take a quick look at that.
There you go.
I just realized
Nice.
I have tons of superhero shirts, and I only have 2 Cthulhu shirts, so I need more Cthulhu shirts.
I have 0, so...
My point.
So I'm Brian. I am playing Brad Xavier, who is an ex-Miskatonic student, ex-boxer, currently kind of a drifter who latched on to these two, and is always seeking knowledge despite what it might do to his fragile state of mind. I've been playing these games for a very, very, very long time. I write fantasy and I write gaming material, and I'm also looking forward to being buzzed by various monsters in the night.
And as I said at the top, my name is Rob. I'm the D&D Wannabe. I am here on behalf of Misty Mountain Gaming, my employer, who, if you saw the channel name, Misty Mountain Streaming, maybe you know where that came from. And it's the company that brought us all together, except me and Katie. The company that brought her and I together really no longer exists. But that's okay.
I know.
Those
I'd
are
like
some
story
good
for
memories.
another time.
Couple of quick announcements before we begin. I see you active in the chat. I will say hi in a moment. First of all, thank yous to Ancient Moose, who gave us a follow this week. Also, Bendy and Dark Nature, thank you guys for the follow. We are Misty Mountain Streaming. We like to tell and experience great stories, and our favorite way to do that is by playing tabletop role-playing games like Pulp Cthulhu and others that you may have heard of. Also, thank you to Vorak T, that gave us a shout-out, to Dabs, who cheered us a few bits this week, Eric Bra, buddy of the channel Eric Bra, former Cthulhu player Eric Bra, who rated our channel, and to T.L. Holdren, who is continuing to dump out gift subs on this channel. 5 more just since last week, and on our last stream, he was dumping out subscriptions as well. So just continuing to show the love to everybody on this channel and this community. Thank you, Holdren. You're awesome. Holdren is also in the chat, as is Cypher Road. Cypher, by the way, last time I saw Cypher, I'm going to show it to the Twitch chat first, guys, sorry. This is probably going to be too bright. Bought me a little Cthulhu figurine.
Ooh.
Who's
Posing
and wearing a Speedo with a, I gotta say, a rather distinct bulge and a booty-like pow.
Man, I want one of those.
This
That
fellow
is really cool.
You could rest a glass on that booty.
I know. It kind of he's
those...
actually holding a little drink for himself. As his little This is what starts the hype train on the channel, Cthulhu's Bulge.
Oh,
Holdren just gave out 5 more community subs. Thank you, Holdren.
100%.
It looks like one of those old school swords and sorcery paintings. Except for the Cthulhu head.
I don't paint minis, but I have this thing, and I feel kind of obliged. I need to add color and lots of shading to various aspects of this. Maybe Katie can help me one day.
I was about to say, I will be there tomorrow.
Who could paint.
Thanks so much, Cypher Road, for giving me this. I really don't know what to do with it, but I own it now, and it's here so I can be distracted by it while we play Cthulhu every week. And thank you as well to Holdren, who just keeps being a generous dude. Thank you much, my man. Now it is time for our obligatory mention here on Mondays that this is our only 18+ stream on the channel. This is a horror game played by consenting adults who all have already discussed our own comfort levels and what this game might entail, and we're good. We just want to make sure you guys are too, so please use your best judgment and watch with that warning in mind.
Actually, my Blood Knight stream is also 18 and over.
Oh, is it? Oh, I don't get to say that anymore. Wow, guys, we're going to have to change this whole channel up. I might have to get a hot tub in here and just change all the content to 18+ one way or another. Oh, Sassy Skittles is here. Bricarius says, yeah, Cthulhu consent. That is not a phrase I ever thought I would say. Thank you for that. And my coworker Sean just resubscribed with Prime for his 7th month.
Nice.
I doubt he's here. Hang on. He is here! Sean, what's up? Hey, buddy. Sean, my man, just received a promotion at work.
Ooh,
he is now
very cool.
Going to be in charge of finding new Ren fairs for us to go to. So if
nice.
you haven't seen Misty Mountain Gaming at a Ren fair, stay tuned. It's happening, and Sean is going to be the guy making that happen.
I definitely want to work one of those eventually. Cause,
I know, right? I haven't either.
Mainly just because I haven't been to a Ren fair in decades. it would just be fun to do.
I have exciting news on that front that I'm not supposed to share yet. Sean, just nod at me if you already know, and if you don't know, I'll tell you later. That kind of covers the announcements from the work end and from my end. Anything that we need to talk about before we go in from you guys?
Us guys?
Yeah, you guys.
Only that today I am playing with my favorite set of sharp cut resin.
Ooh, that's
which are the ones with the little with the moss inside of them, where it looks like a forest.
Ah, I like those. Is that the one with the bits of blue inside?
Nah, it just more looks, well, to be perfectly honest, it looked like someone took some old cheap marijuana and stuffed it in the middle of this, of this die.
Where's
Oh.
Bliss? Eric's friend Bliss would love that.
But this is one I always show off when I'm working at shows because people don't notice it when they glance over it. And I was, oh no, you've got to see this.
If anyone wants to see what Brad's favorite dice are, Brian's favorite dice, I should say. I don't know what Brad's favorite dice look like. They're Enchanted Lake on the website, if I am correct about which ones they are.
That sounds right. And they also come with gold lettering.
Then that is the one. All right, guys, we are going to get started here. I'll give you a brief recap and we'll go in. Just so you know, we may not take a break this stream. We may just call it a little bit early and power through. We have some of us on the screen are not feeling 100%, and so we're going to be respectful of us as players and keep our commitment to the show and to one another, but maybe not go as long as usual. So, with no further ado, Hannah Cooper, Travis Cole, and Brad Xavier, or Dr. Vargas, depending on who's asking, have boarded a plane to head for Jerusalem, to go to Palestine. Hot on the heels of a man... Raise your hand if you would like to see Alvin Barlowe dead. Or if we're just trying to catch him.
I got no problem with the guy,
Okay.
except what I've been told.
2 out of 3 people want him dead. I was going to say that I think most of you want dead, and apparently that is factually accurate. There is...
Travis is happy when Ellie is happy. An angry Ellie, Hannah, is not a good thing. So, I mean, he's not going to lose any sleep over the guy dying.
Oh, I am going to make a quick roll to increase my luck because I need all the luck I can get.
Yeah,
I figured he was going to do that after the recap. But yeah, go ahead.
Y'all do it during the recap. Y'all know how to do it by now.
Okay.
Cool.
If you have questions, Michael, answer them, I'm sure. You're on the tail of Alvin Barlowe. After the moment where everybody went simultaneously crazy for a little bit and lost time for a couple of months in the presence of a Shoggoth, and the Necronomicon went missing. The only other person in the room that you have any sort of a lead on when that happened is Alvin Barlowe, who is now on an expedition to the Middle East on the hunt for a set of books known as the Key of Solomon, or Solomon's Key. I'm probably going to refer to it both ways, but talking about the same thing, whichever one I do. These books are ancient historical text, quite rare. Rare on par with genuine translations of the Necronomicon, or more so. One of them thought to have been erased from history entirely, on how to beckon and bind safely, supposedly, what Solomon would have known as demons, and what people like Travis and Brad know to be something different. During this flight, you've successfully crossed the Atlantic, thanks to Travis's plane and Travis's skill in that plane. But now, as you are going over the Mediterranean, there's something in the clouds keeping pace with you. And while Hannah and Brad are arguing over how much they hate this fake Necronomicon that they stole from Arkham University, Travis notices these long tubular shapes, each with a single wing, in the clouds below.
Which that doesn't really work as far as my understanding of physics. I just will point that. It's like Spider-Man and Captain America, right?
I agree. I'm thinking sanity rolls are probably in your future when you actually see these things, but maybe you're just not seeing the whole picture yet. So, for now, we're okay.
Maybe they have one visible wing and one invisible wing.
Yep, they painted it with that special invisible
wing
paint.
And reasons I don't understand.
Or the two wings are moving so fast they appear to be one wing.
Oh.
Anyway,
it's a good point.
To Travis, since you are the first to be aware that anything is amiss or different, how do you respond?
I think the last call I made was that I was going to pull us up, and try to maybe kind of fall back behind them a little bit. I'm just looking for a different angle on them, without stalling out the plane, but also putting some distance between us. So if they're pacing me like this, I'm doing this,
Mm-hmm. All right. You have a glimpse of these things, and you have a visual on them, and you see them dive. Almost as like a submarine submerging to the point beneath the clouds that you cannot see them from your vantage point anymore.
Are they like synchronized? Are they like, are they like dolphins or something,
They do seem to decide simultaneously and act upon this that they no longer wish to be seen. Something has changed and they have recognized it.
Can I take a mythos roll at them? See if I know what they might be?
Sure.
Or, a nature roll if they're just, crows. Seems unlikely.
Unless you're just
like
trying to check your nature, you can.
No, I'm not. And I'm not that good at mythos, so I didn't get it. I missed it by 40 or so.
Oh gosh. Well, you have a lot of luck.
Have Hannah and I noticed them? Can we make a roll, or are we still oblivious to the situation?
You have no means of seeing what Travis is looking at from the back of the plane. You have noticed that he's flying different.
Yeah, I just slowed us down and gained a lot of altitude really fast.
Yeah, you probably started heading towards the tail of the plane there for a second.
Sorry,
rattled a little bit
into our throats. All right.
Yeah. Cameras, there we go.
Yeah.
Travis, you
want to tell us something?
Are you having a moment?
Yeah. You might want to put on your seatbelt and draw a gun.
Why? Why? What?
Wait, there's
We're in a plane.
There's something flying out here, and it's not normal.
I've occupied the passenger seat up by the pilot for a lot of this flight. I'll go up there now and sit back down in that chair. Yeah.
And getting doctored.
Yeah.
Rob, just so I've called it, I am already thinking if I have to land, where I will find that cornfield or whatever it is that I'm going to put the plane down in.
Okay.
And veering us in that direction, because I don't intend to put Greta in the Mediterranean.
That makes perfect sense to me.
And plus, if we're going to crash, I'd rather just make sure we all die by hitting land.
Yeah,
rather than drowning.
Save that 30 luck, guys.
I'm glad I just popped mine up.
I don't want anybody talking about how I crashed another plane, just like, like they did in the war.
And the surest way to do that is to ensure a 0% survival rate.
No witnesses.
No gossiping that way, yeah. I do want to go up to the chair next to Travis's, though, and I'll take my gun, and I'll look out, see if I can see what's happening.
I point where I last saw them. I say they kind of dove.
I pull out my own gun and look out the other direction.
The other direction.
Partially think he's hallucinating.
So you have. Think of this very similarly to planes today. There is no view back. There's a view forward, and I'm imagining the older planes mostly didn't care if you were entertained on the way and didn't give you a lot of windows, but let's say there's one window back there in the cargo area, one looking to each side, and you can...
I was assuming this was one of those planes that was actually open, where you see some of the old World War II planes where the pilot or any passengers are actually open to the air. There's nothing covering them.
I think as we went back, as we went back looking through planes for Travis, one of the ones we selected was a fairly fairly revolutionary design for the time that
Looking a little more like a Cessna
had
or
an
something.
interior. Yeah.
They
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
seem to mostly have larger windows in the 1930s.
Mm.
Probably before the safety standards surrounding windows were really put into place. Most of the pictures I'm seeing, they have really large windows.
Yeah,
Anyways, if that's...
I mean, it's whatever Rob decides.
Actually, really large windows.
Either way,
Perfect
you-
for shooting out of.
You can see left, you can see right, you can see forward, you can't see up, you can't see down, you can't see back.
Perfect.
And you have
So
to be in
if-
different parts of the plane to do all of those things. So, Brad, you're looking left and right. Hannah, you're looking forward.
whichever window Hannah's looking out of, I'll be looking out of the other one.
Beautiful, sun-dappled clouds like a blanket laid out beneath you. Nothing at the moment.
Okay.
I'm up in
I
the
mean, again,
cockpit.
I'm not totally abandoning where we're going to, Palestine, but I mean, I don't know how far along the Mediterranean we are, but if I need to be thinking about where, Sicily is or Corsica or whatever, I'm doing that.
All right. You'll probably want to cut a little north just to bring yourself back closer to the coastline. And it may be worth, sprawling out the map and reminding yourself where things are and stops that you hadn't planned. Whether you or Hannah is in charge of that, but you have a general idea that again, all you're seeing right now is cloud, but before you came up here that you were over water and there's a coastline north of you.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not. I mean, Travis isn't the type to start worrying until it's time to start worrying.
Gotcha. All right. Moments later, it is time to start worrying.
That's why you don't start early. It wears you out.
So you had kind of slowed to have a look at things. Ahead of you, you see 3 shapes break the clouds, and they're ascending to intercept your current trajectory. These things are fairly distant, so it's hard to get a great look at them. What you do see is that there's no body in the sense that we think of bodies, of this material form that remains consistent as it moves and shifts and travels. This is almost smoke or liquid, or it doesn't seem to be contained the way something should.
But just to jump in, it doesn't seem subject to the wind either, though.
Not especially, no.
Yeah.
It's undulating, slithering in your direction, with one wing, not even like a fin or a dorsal fin, on the top. It doesn't even necessarily stay where you would perceive it initially, moving up and down the length of it, left and right, up and down, providing no real physical function that you can define.
Any idea what that is, Hannah? Ellie, Hannah?
I would love to see if I know.
Yeah, let's retry that mythos roll. Brad, your mythos still kind of sucks, doesn't it?
It's 11%. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, give it a shot. You can always get lucky in this game.
But not that time.
Ooh. Okay. Well, I rolled a 28. I would have needed a 26, so let's throw a little luck on there.
Throw a little luck on it.
Make that a success.
Okay.
Did you get your luck replenished when we started?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for handling
Oh,
that.
Yeah.
So we
He already
can
did
use
it.
luck. We can use luck on Mythos rolls.
Yes, Mythos, yes. Sanity, no.
Got it.
Mythos is still a skill.
Okay.
Sanity is not.
You can't check off Mythos anyway, so
Yeah, I was about to
may
say
as
this.
well use luck.
I agree.
While we're on the subject of sanity rolls, by the way, and since we've determined
Ah.
you can all see these things now, why don't we do one of those while we're at it?
Oh,
I got a 41, so
This is
I'm
where it
good
might
with
go
a
downhill
normal-
for
with a
me.
Normal
yeah,
success.
this. Let me tell you, they go into specific detail in the Cthulhu rulebook about what to do when your pilot goes insane.
No. Oh, thank God. I'm
Y'all are
good.
making the odds very unlikely for me to. Oh, I rolled a 07.
Yeah, you look like
Wow!
you're in good shape. You're solid as a rock.
Way to hang in there, Travis.
I rolled a 36,
Travis
which is
so
below the
jaded.
number I needed.
All right, so all of you passed, yeah?
Yep.
Right?
All right.
Yeah.
You were all just going to take, let's see.
Getting good rolls with the Misty
Yeah.
Mountain
I dropped what I'm
watermelon dice
holding,
today.
and that's the plane.
Oh, nice.
So
If you
shiny.
pass, you take no sanity damage.
Okay,
Nice.
well,
Y'all
there's
handled this
no
well.
additional mechanics if we take no sanity.
That's right.
Looking out the window like, same shit, different day.
That's exactly
Yeah, I
what I'm
mean,
thinking. It's
yeah,
I'm
we've
doing
seen-
the
we've
well.
seen a
They have a
Shoggoth.
cave troll.
This may
We've
as
seen
well
a
happen.
Shoggoth. We filled the one girl full of bullets, and nothing affected her. And we've been through the eye of the sphincter. There's only so much that can go wrong
Eye
at
of
this
the
point.
And that
sphincter.
one girl caught
I
on
think that the
fire.
whole mixed metaphor, mixed body part thing.
All right.
I Ugh.
Hannah, what you know about hunting horrors? Now, this is, of course, what we call them, because whatever they're supposed to be called is less important to the fact that they hunt and they are horrible and horrifying at that. These serpentine, airborne creatures are... They're rarely in our world on accident. I will put it that way. There are these mythos creatures that are native to this place, or that are older than the current inhabitants of the earth, who find dark places to dwell and hide away, and if you search very hard and know where to look, you might find them. And then there are these things from beyond, or these things from outside, if you will. Hunting horrors kind of fall into that category. If a hunting horror is here, someone knew you would be here, and someone would rather you not be here. And if they are capable of summoning, to your mind, 3, although Travis knows 4, hunting horrors, they are really not the kind of person that you would rather not be on your good side. Quick ways to things that you might know about them, because I want this to be as fair and above board as possible. These things are hard to conventionally hit. They not all damage is going to hurt them unless it hurts enough. Ooh, wait, what happened? A thing. Leo Yeager just subscribed. Resubbed for 22
months.
Nice.
Thank you, Yeager. What's up, Dan? How you doing? That is 7 for the stream. Thank you, guys. Y'all kicking butt tonight. We ended at a level 2 hype train, by the way, earlier. Thanks to Holdren and Sean. And Sassy Skittles got you your Elder Sign back, Mike.
Yes, I've already thanked her for it.
Okay. Excellent. Hannah, they are very fast. They like to grab you. And then take you places. And not always physical places.
Oh, I see.
Finally, they are at least as smart as probably all of you. They have human levels of intelligence. They are not beasts.
Oh,
And some of them know magic. So that's good.
that's really nice.
Do they have language?
Do they have, say
Hannah?
again?
I said, do they have language?
Mm.
Can they be bribed and reasoned with?
Let's see. To your knowledge, they can
Hannah.
speak.
I had a feeling they probably could, but I wanted Hannah to tell me.
Yes. How large are they? Like head to tail ish,
How large
just
are
by
they?
visual estimation.
They are. This is a rather large plane for the day that you guys are in.
Mhm.
They aren't quite as big as your plane. They've been pictured in all manner of sizes, so they come in different shapes and sizes in the Cthulhu mythos. These are, I would say, fair to middle-in sized hunting horrors.
Okay.
I think the one pictured here, I think I have a picture in the book in my... Hang on. If I find it quickly, I'll show everyone.
I can pull one up too.
Here we go. You can also
Oh.
Google hunting horrors.
Yeah, I see that.
This one has 2 wings.
That's nice.
That little thing at the bottom of my frame, well, that's a tree, and then on the cliff is a car. These are not that big.
Okay. Are they can they be set on fire? Just curious if I know that. Maybe.
Oh, everything.
You said they're
everything
not
can be
vulnerable.
set on fire if you're determined.
Right. I just figured like shooting them with a bullet is probably
Have access to it.
like not gonna do anything. You know.
It depends on how many bullets you shoot them with.
That's fair. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly relay the TLDR version of that information to the gentleman in the plane.
Yeah, and I just mentioned I'm only seeing 3, but moments ago I saw 4. So watch out for the flanker.
Yeah, Travis, we probably need to put the plane down if these things are after us. Because if they're here, someone sent them for us, and that means they're not going to leave.
I agree with all of that. That's why I was looking for population centers. My favorite defense against the Cthulhu mythos is making them kill an entire town to prevent witnesses. I'm going to see how well they deal with the propeller, though. So again, seatbelts.
We're going to play chicken with the hunting horse.
Seatbelt applied. Although I'm looking at some of those bottles of whiskey that we brought and thinking about making some Molotov cocktails.
I don't know. I cut the seatbelts out of my car. I might have done it here, too.
Fantastic.
My mechanic keeps fixing them.
Something about safety regulations.
As you are diving towards them, Travis.
Yeah.
And they're flying towards you. You notice them start to change the pattern of their flight. They are now kind of twisting one upon another as they fly, spiraling, braiding themselves as they go. And you see this...
Oh, go ahead.
You see this glimmer, this light, begin to show through their bodies as they do this. It's this kind of sickly green with occasional pops of purple.
I said they were spellcasters. Maybe this is part of their ritual or something.
Can they kidnap planes?
I'm gonna put us into a dive, like a fucking dive.
Okay. So no longer
like-
intercept course, like.
Yeah, I mean, if they look like they're doing something rather than just checking us out, I don't want to be in front of them anymore. But I'm still heading towards wherever we found on the map that I could land. So, I mean, I don't know if that place needs a name or it's just the place I'm headed is fine with me.
It's just the place you're headed for now.
Yeah, that's fine. I just am, I'm going to start driving crazy to try to foil their aim, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So every time they get a bead on me and I'm going to be having them call out, now they've turned, they're facing us again or whatever, then I'm going to do something stupid again to force them to turn again, all in hopes of getting to the place that I'm headed.
So as you begin to adjust the plane's course, you feel physically stopped, or at least physical resistance. Ah, the fourth one. Back where you are, Brad, you see a bit towards the back of the plane, towards the back of the cabin that you were in. You see on the exterior of the plane, something has grabbed and has crushed slightly the exterior of the plane with the force of it.
And can I see it clearly?
You can see clearly that part of the room you are in just crunched like a little bit of a soda can.
Okay. But I can't see what's doing it. I don't have a Windows view where I could
No,
make it out.
you see the three braiding tendrils of black ropey smoke, and can make an informed guess, I'm sure. At the start, Travis, I would like you to control this plane well, and try and see your aims through in spite of this circumstance. If you would roll your flying, please.
Okay. I mean, if something has a hold of the back, not that I'm sadistic, but a penalty that, if you want me to.
What I'm going to suggest... I'm actually gonna... Would you prefer a penalty die, or would you prefer an opposed roll?
To try to yank the plane out of the thing's mouth or grip or whatever.
Yeah.
I have already rolled mine, so I don't think it's fair for me to answer that. I just think you should decide.
Okay. Let's see. I'll roll. That's what we'll do, rather than the penalty. And we're just gonna gauge levels of success as though it were a combat maneuver.
Gotcha.
That's pretty good, even if I wasn't a hunting horror. This would qualify as a hard success for me.
All right, I can spend 8 luck and make mine a hard success.
Would you like to use your ephemeral 10 so that it doesn't get tallied against you later on?
Yeah, 8 is close enough to 10. Go ahead. Thank you for that.
Yep.
For that.
Thank you, Sassy. All right. So you see
and I did roll a success, so I am checking it. I just used luck to make it a better success.
Fair enough. All right. Brad, you see that crunch, then you hear a... I don't know if Discord is going to bleep this. You hear like a scraping squeak as something scoots along the back of the fuselage, and then everyone in the plane just kind of springs forward and all slap back against your chairs, and Brad, you kind of stumble over and shoulder the wall as you...
I kind of push myself up again, because up until this point, I've been looking at the things with just fascination. Not so much fear, just kind of wide-eyed. Now I try to crawl towards the window to where I can see if I can get any kind of a view as to what is crushing the tail of the plane.
Okay. Travis has left it behind, and so there is not really a view to the left or right. In fact, there's not much of a view going forward either, because as you're scrambling to get a look at this, Travis nosedives.
And then 2 seconds later, I say, "Hang on."
We just because I'm really entertained by the image of Brad in the back of this plane tumbling about with no seatbelt on.
I'm gonna flop right to the ceiling.
Yeah, would you care to make any sort of a roll? Could you suggest something to make this graceful and non-injurious?
Let's see. Do we have any type of
And go for
athletics
dodge,
roll?
man. Go for dodge or dex.
I'll try to go for a dodge roll. I've got a seriously good dodge.
Okay.
I remember you both being great at dodge.
So this this dives, and there was just some damage to part of the walls here. The med kit flies open, and things start going out. Travis's ammo box spills over, and stuff starts rattling around back here with you. See if you can dodge some things that are headed your way. You might have a bullet permanently lodged in your ear canal.
I got a 23, so that's a hard success.
Hard success. All right, no problem. Things just kind of batter off of you, and you crumple down, and you take the impact as well as anyone could.
And desperately not really paying attention to things that are flying at me, I try to get back to where I can see these things.
All
And
right.
there's something kind of feverish in my eyes as I'm trying to see them.
All right, you kind of climb down towards the nose, trying to get a look at these things. And as you pass by one of the windows viewing the side of the plane, you see this spiraling rope headed down your way. It almost looks like one creature now, with 3 wings just kind of boring around it, drilling through space to get down to you. I think we are going to start the campaign's first chase. These things are going to try and catch Travis and the rest of you as he is flying the plane. This is a whole chapter in the Cthulhu rulebook that I have never run before, but we are going to do our best. So, how this is going to work is you guys are going to be separated by a certain distance. And we are going to use the difference between the bad guys' movement ability and you guys' movement ability to find out how quickly you guys are progressing down through a series of locations, as it were. If you were going through a building, it would be different rooms, or if you were going down a street, it would be past certain buildings or down certain alleyways. Here, we're really just looking for distance for the most part, to just get away and outpace one another. So this chase will either end when you have put 5 spaces between yourselves and the hunting horrors, or when the hunting horrors catch you. Alright, so first we need to determine how fast Travis's plane is going. In the back of the book, Travis, do you know the speed of your particular model?
No, I can try to find, if I had known you needed that, I'd try to come up with a plane. I couldn't even find any planes in the book the last time I looked. I would just come up with what you think the relative difference between them and me is.
My guess is probably 80 to 90 knots, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So I have looked up different models for different planes at the time, and some of the fastest had a 15 speed. I don't think your plane was built for speed. But even the slowest among them have a speed of 10 in Cthulhu. So I'm going to say that your vehicle has a speed of 12, if that's all right.
I will make a note of it.
So question, are we still in a nosedive?
That's up to your pilot.
Because that's sharply going to increase that speed, at least until the really hard thing that gets in the way. The planet gets, slows us down.
So we are looking for distance, not how fast you are traveling.
Okay.
If these things are following you, then they're also diving, and they're also benefiting from the same things you guys are.
Cool.
Okay, awesome. So what we're going to do is you guys move. Travis is going to roll his piloting ability at the start of each of our turns in this chase. And if he is successful, you guys move as normal. Which the difference between your speed and theirs is 1. So they get to move 1, you get to move 2. If Travis rolls an extreme success, you get a +1. You will move 3 during this chase. And if he fails, you will move -1 or 1.
This can go on a while, just
This
so you know.
could go on a while.
These often go just, it's like roll until you fail. Then
One question though.
Yep.
Are there any parachutes on this plane?
I imagine Travis would stock them.
Yeah, if they were common at the time, then they would be here.
That's the thing I'm not sure about. I'm not sure how common they were in the 30s.
I mean, if they were common in the war, then I would have one for me. Probably wearing it under my jacket.
I don't know how common they were in World War One.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so much either. But I mean, you can turn that into luck rolls or whatever you want to do. It's just not something. I don't want to just say they're there unless Rob just wants to. The presence of parachutes makes it sound like I'm okay crashing my plane, which I really am not.
Well, from some of your previous rhetoric, that was the assumption.
Yeah, exactly, Holdren.
Yep. They were available, but early parachutes were unreliable, bulky, and weighed 40 pounds.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
So,
Sounds about right, mid.
It
really is a last resort.
You'd probably be relying on your luck. Trusting any parachute on Travis's plane.
Assuming the plane stays in one piece, I will just trust my ability to put it down safely.
Holdren makes a good point. We're asking the guy who takes out the seatbelts in his plane if he...
That's what I just said.
That's great.
The reason I ask is while Travis is trying to outdistance these things, I want to be figuring out how to put on this parachute just in case.
Now, while Travis is flying, Travis could stop flying and do other things. You guys are also free to do things that you think will affect this chase positively. And probably they will most likely result in me imposing penalties or bonuses to the movement rolls of the creatures involved in the chase.
Yeah, it's not just me. I mean, y'all can slow them down.
All right, let's see.
Just remember when you stick your hand out with your gun in it, your gun's going to go flying out of your hand unless you're ready for it.
All right, so that's actually pretty lame. So I'm going to try this. Nope.
Would you like help with math?
Nope, I got it. What is your dex, Travis?
40.
Okay.
That's the equivalent of an 8 stat in D&D for those playing along at home. I don't do dex. That's why I gave him a war injury.
So these things get to go first. They are starting 2 spaces behind you. They're going to try and make a move roll to see if they can catch you. Let's see. Well, it's not a move roll. It's their constitution. Which is...
Well, we all know Cthulhu monsters are notoriously fragile. They have very low cons.
These things, you would be surprised. Size they got.
Yeah.
But these things are relying way more on their armor. Hannah tells you all this as you're flying.
Or you should have mentioned the armor before I even started entertaining the idea of putting a propeller on one. I heard they were like made of water and air, so I was just going to disperse them.
Travis, things have been happening very fast.
Okay.
There's G-forces on us in a dive, like...
Hey.
I don't know what to tell you.
If you can't think of something to do when your turn comes up, flip the map open and you can help us find the fastest way to safety.
Okay.
All right.
But there's nothing wrong with just shooting them in the face.
Is throwing a Molotov cocktail out of this plane something that would even be physically possible?
I mean, it's possible. I think hitting anything would be completely impossible.
Well, no, it would have a really good chance of hitting the tail of the plane.
Yeah, that's right. Or the wing, depending on where she's sitting.
I was trying to think of a way to damage them, right?
Things out of the plane, they tend to go zipping backwards.
Yeah.
And plus, it seems like you're just saying it's okay to start throwing my whiskey out the window.
Well, if you're dead, you can't drink that whiskey.
We're down to like 1.5 cases.
Travis, I will buy you whiskey.
Okay.
If you were going to,
I will make you whiskey.
Don't use the Irish stuff we just bought.
The only way you'd want to throw something like that out the window is if the thing is a little lower than us.
Right.
Like if it's a little low and behind, you can manage it.
Yeah, it'd have to be timed and aimed really well.
Yeah, and the odds are seriously against you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus, I doubt the damage is. I mean, the Molotov cocktail is actually in the.
Well,
book,
if it hits, I mean, it could do something. But yeah.
I'd rather you just threw something pointy at its eyeball or something. Just as likely to hit, and that won't destroy my plane.
I could probably, yeah. I mean, I could probably do more good trying to like navigate us out of here. Although I'm not like.
Or just, I'm great at navigation. Well, not great. I'm trained.
Once I actually have the parachute on, I'm going to try to shoot it. But I want to have my parachute on.
Your 40-pound parachute on first?
Absolutely.
Right. I would like all of us to roll 2d10, please.
Okay.
Are we adding them, or is it a D100?
We are adding the results of all of our D10 rolls together.
Ooh.
My total is 13.
My total is 9. So we got 22 between us.
My total is 8.
So we got 30 between us.
All right. That is going to take us up to 40. It's just 10 apiece, guys.
Yeah, it's a little below average.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
I rolled up. Yeah, that's right.
Sorry.
All right.
Hannah and I didn't hold up our numbers.
So these things are chasing you. 3 of them are going to be perpetually busy doing the thing that you saw them start doing. The 4th is free to mess with you. And so, as you guys are diving, the plane spins briefly. Something heavy, and Brad, you were looking at it, invisible, just slams into the wing.
I like that you were looking at the invisible thing.
Like
that was pretty cool. I took talent.
You're impressive.
You're
I
looking,
try.
you're staring at the wing, and you see some of the
I
paneling.
shoot right there. I'm not going to hesitate. I'm going to shoot where I think something hit the wing.
Okay, well, let me tell you about how you start. You're in a washing machine right now in this dive bomb
got it.
as you corkscrew and spin around for a moment. It is going to make Travis's job a little bit harder. This thing spent some of its magic to cast a spell and mess with you.
I like its spellcasting effect. I'm also glad I guessed that that's what it was doing.
Yeah.
I was afraid it was opening a portal that we were going to fly through and be in the land of the lost or something.
Oh, well, the other three are still busy doing that.
Oh, okay.
The fourth one is the one that's messing with you now. Because basically, for the people watching, every turn in a chase, everybody gets an opportunity to do something. They're all trying to catch up to you, and 3 of them are busy maintaining. The fourth one is busy trying to make sure that you wind up in range of that thing they're maintaining. Ooh, something popped in my back, and I can't decide yet if that was pleasant or unpleasant. Alright, we are going to save Travis's flying for last. Let's see if anything that the 2 of you do affects Travis's roll. Travis, for the moment, you are going to have a penalty die going into this next check.
Yep. And I'm not that great at it. I am the best pilot on this plane. But that's... So the right person is sitting here, but nobody needs to be thinking I've got like an 80 in this or anything.
So, Brad, you regain yourself, and you have a look at the wing, and you see nothing. You have gun in one hand, hanging on to a strap or a piece of the frame of the plane with the other. You can see these things out there. If you want to take a shot at something you can see, you can. You don't see whatever punched the wing.
Yeah. I'll try to take a shot at one that I can see.
Okay.
If I can slow it down at all, then hey, that's something.
So you're going to be shooting through a window. You are going to be exposing yourself to everything that is outside, just so you know.
It shouldn't. It's not going to make the plane any more difficult to fly.
No.
Sure.
And this isn't like a supersonic vehicle. Like, you're not going to be sucked out of a tiny hole.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But if I do decide to use that parachute at some point, it'd be nice to have an open window.
All right. So this shot is going to have a little bit of extra armor because you're shooting through something before it even goes out into the air.
Got it.
But you're welcome to go ahead and make a roll. How many shots are you firing?
How many can I? Is it 3?
I think
depends on what kind of gun it is.
Yeah, which kind of gun do you got?
It's
the 45.
The 45 can do 3 at a time. Every one of them takes a penalty die.
Got it. So shot number 1. That is going to be a 30. I have a 50%. So
with the penalty die, you got a 30?
Oh wait, where's my penalty die? Okay, hold on. That's going to be a 31. Oh wait.
Penalty die is the
full
other
die, right?
number.
I rolled 11 on the other roll, so it is a 30.
The 1's digit should not change.
Oh, okay. The
penalty die changes.
It's just on the 10
place.
digit. Okay. I re-rolled the whole thing, but the 10 place went from a 3 to a 1 on the second roll, or 3 to a 10, 30 to a 10 on the second roll.
Okay. So we're gonna roll damage
once. It was a 30.
Right. So roll it. The way you do bonus and penalty dice should be, you roll 1d10 and 2 percentiles.
Got it.
And with penalty dice, you're using the least favorable, therefore the highest number. And with bonus dice, you're using the most favorable and therefore the lowest number.
With a hard success, would I do more damage?
With guns, no.
With guns, no. Okay. So, what is the damage on the 45? Because that's a new one for me.
1d10 plus 2.
Got it.
Go ahead and roll the rest of your shots.
Shot.
You're not down in anything on this turn, I don't suspect.
Okay. What's the reduction on the second shot? Is it 20%?
It's penalty dice.
It's just a penalty die. Every time you roll a penalty die.
Got it.
What you want to do is shoot through the exact same hole you just made.
Okay, that one is going to be 57, and which normally would be a miss. I will spend 7 luck to turn it into a hit.
All right, shall we spend the luck that doesn't give me luck?
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
And then my last shot. That's going to miss.
Okay.
Not
The first roll
not
missed,
a
so
90 something, is it?
it was a 57. Let me roll the penalty die. It turned into a 67, so it was just a miss.
Okay. Excellent.
I always got to check so he knows if you shot me in the back of the head.
Right.
All right, so now let's go on to the damage.
That's all right. I got a parachute.
What did we say? D10 plus 2?
Yep.
Yeah, the first shot did 10 points of damage.
Okay.
And then the second shot is going to do 11 points of damage.
Okay. Make notes for the hit points here. All right. I've just decided you hit number 1 in the twisting mess of them. So again, as Hannah told you, these things
Are
are
tough.
difficult to hurt, but you have managed it. Each of your shots did a degree of damage, and you see basically it's leaking. That smoke is coming off of it almost like a hit airplane. As it's whatever it is that makes this thing up is being left behind in the air now. Your shots did 1 and 2 points of damage respectively, for a total of 3 damage to this thing. Because of the armor, its hit points just aren't all out there, but what you have really accomplished is giving it the chance to move slower. It's going to have a penalty die when it tries to move next turn.
Very cool. I can live with that.
If you think you're a pretty good shot, Hannah. Feel free to shoot.
I am a very good shot, yes.
What would you like to do, Hannah? Are you also shooting, or are you trying to help Travis in any way, or has he got this?
I mean, I've already got my gun in my hand, and if
you shoot Travis,
and then take the wheel, and then just swear.
Then that should really change the dynamic here.
If I was gonna shoot Travis, it would have already happened by now. Let's be real.
You know what you should do is you should grab the demon hamster bat and throw it out the window at these things.
Yeah, see if you can hit one right between the eyes.
Yeah, and then Travis will strangle me.
And I will jump out the plane.
Jump out the window.
Thank you, Vanillius. Here to see Ominous Watermelon to lurk and support. Thank you for the gifted sub.
Hello, hello.
Appreciate you. Thanks so much.
Yeah, and if Brad has already opened up a window to do so, I'll go back there and see if I can take a shot at one of these things.
Okay. Going back there sounds a lot easier. You're not just walking from your seat to the back and looking out. If you get out of your seat, you are heading straight for the back of the plane. You are in a nosedive. So how are you going to finesse that particular situation?
I'm quite dexterous. I'm pretty confident in my agility and ability to kind of use the backs of the seats and the wall and stuff to kind of almost jump down. I guess it would be almost like jumping down, but get myself there without hurting myself.
Gotcha. Well, your stomach is in your toes right now, or it's married to your spine, I guess, before you start changing places. I'm going to consider this a hard dexterity roll, but if you make it there, then you can shoot like normal.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, well, I did fail that by a little bit for a hard. So I got a
Mhm.
49. I would have needed a 45.
Is that worth popping some points on?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely worth using some points on.
Okay, you neatly, luckily, navigate your way down. You kind of Tarzan over on this little rope and
It's one of the severed seatbelts.
Spider-Man onto the wall. You grab onto the edge of the window frame and pull yourself up. Now you're kind of like you're in Brad's faces are pressed up as you're trying to shoot through the same hole in the glass. It's bigger than
Like, hey, buddy.
We shooting stuff? All right, let's do it. I also have gun. All right, you can make some shots as well.
Okay, perfect. I am shooting with the revolver. Should be what I have.
Travis, is your plane equipped with a gun?
Oh no.
Like a minigun.
No.
I put some research
No, I
into
mean-
it just in case you said yes.
No, I mean it would be great if it was, but the truth is no aircraft that 4 or 5 people could fit in would routinely be
Okay.
rigged with guns, and I just thought it was a little. I didn't want to be one of those guys who shows up and it's like, my passenger jet is also a fighter plane. You know?
Okay. Am I using do I get a penalty dice for this at all?
How many bullets are you shooting?
Well, I have a revolver, and I'm looking at the Cthulhu stuff. It says uses per round 1 and then 3 in parentheses. So I guess
Yeah, that means you can
up to 3, but with a
you
penalty.
can get up to 3,
Yeah.
but there'll be a penalty die on every one of them. And technically,
Okay.
Rob, the 45 has a
Yeah.
range of 15 yards, or you would lay on another penalty die. But I assume this thing is right up against the plane.
They're trying their best to catch up to you. I'm
Yeah.
okay with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're actively moving towards bullet range.
Okay, I will just I'll just take one shot actually. So I
Okay.
don't take a penalty on it.
So no penalty dice.
Yes.
I'm fine with it.
Okay. I rolled a 28, which puts me in the hard success realm.
Okay, so you're going to hit. What's the damage on your bullet?
It is 1d10 plus 2.
Okay, go
Yes,
ahead and
it's
roll
on
that,
45.
please. Hello, Tales of Eresia. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, viewers. Welcome to Misty Mountain Streaming. We are in a airborne Cthulhu dogfight with some hunting horrors, and we're shooting handguns at them. Because that's what you do.
Oh, I should have
There's
That is what you do.
guns rattling around in this fuselage like a popcorn popper. Just all the stuff that Travis has in here and doesn't ever bother to organize.
I'm going to be back in 30 seconds.
Alright. How'd that damage roll go?
Really good. I rolled a 9, so plus 2, so 11 total.
Good shot.
Brilliant. You also succeed in doing 2 points of damage. And I'll give you another penalty die when it's time for them to roll.
Nice.
Alright, Travis. It is to you, man. We have a penalty die on your fly roll, please.
Heard about that. Well, I rolled an 9 that doesn't count.
Mm-hmm.
And because of the penalty die. And I rolled a 49 that does count, and that is a success.
Nice. Alright, so your movement is unchanged because you succeeded. So you move 2 spaces ahead.
Keep shooting. You're doing
There's-
great. Don't forget to check mark that skill. Okay.
Alright, there is now...
Yeah.
Oh, nope, I didn't move you far enough ahead. That's why. There's now a 3-point gap. 3 spaces, 3 locations between you and the baddies.
All right,
you're-
I will level out a little to not stress my plane and to give them a better chance at shooting if I think I'm putting some distance between them. Stuff like a nosedive is because they're about to rip the back of the plane off.
Yeah.
I don't want to make my job any harder, so my goal now will be to start leveling out.
Yeah, that's fair. You have crossed under the clouds now. You made it. You're flying pretty low. Like, you're not quite like buzzing sailboats and stuff out on the sea, but, you know, you could make out individual people on the decks of those boats if you so chose.
If as soon as we break the clouds, I'm gonna turn 40. I'll level out and rotate like 45 degrees.
Okay.
So like wherever they're thinking I'm heading, I'm not anymore. I'm fishing for a bonus die here. So
Okay.
just trying to not be where I looked like I was going.
So you made a regular success on your fly?
Yep.
If you would like to have made a hard success and are willing to spend the luck to get there, I will give you a bonus on your next roll.
Yep. It cost me 19 luck if you want to put it in your cheating pool.
I do. I love it when the cheating pool gets deeper. I'm going to have to spend it at some point because there's a limit to how deep this cheating pool can go. How much did you say?
It's usually only 19.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Yes. Yeah, I had to get to a 30 from 49. Yes. 19.
Yes. Normally it's the villains of the piece that get to use the luck.
Yeah, but what I was going to say, but I think a Cthulhu monster probably rates as a villain, just not some flunky cultist.
Yeah, this isn't a zombie.
Right.
Coming along against you guys. All right. Well done. And you will have a bonus on the next roll. So let me mark the bonus. Let's see if these guys can close the gap a little bit. They have 2 penalty dice. Where is... There we go.
He has enough luck that he's probably not going to fail, but maybe at least he'll have to spend his luck.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. And again, these could all be zeros. You never know. They are not all zeros. That is an 82 against my 50. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead. 82 against the 50. I'm going to burn 32 of the 49 luck I've got.
32?
Yeah.
Good.
I've got to do that to get me down to a normal success, man. Because you guys are screwing with my monsters. Alright, so that lets them at least move 1 ahead. 3 of them maintain the thing. The other one is going to do his same shtick again. This time, though, he has elected not to target the plane, because 2 people have stuck their head out to shoot bullets at his buddies. Let's go back to the Grimoire. Who is the unluckiest of Hannah and Brad?
I feel like it's going to be Brad.
I also feel like it's going to be Brad.
No,
I don't think it's me.
My luck has been boosting the last couple of games, and I haven't.
That's true. What's your current is what counts, not your starting.
My current luck is 80.
80?
Yeah. Mine's 97.
I was about to say that's going to be lower than Hannah.
I was thinking I was starting to puff up, thinking I was all that.
She's just been chilling because she's been lucky enough for long enough that everything just continually happens to the unluckiest member of the party, which is not her.
Yeah.
Now, considering I was the one eaten by the Shoggoth, I'm assuming that's probably me.
Yeah, okay. So,
yeah.
I need you to make a con roll, Brad.
Con roll.
Do not explode his eyeball over my face or something.
And that is a 10.
A 10.
Which
Goodness.
is an extreme success.
Oh.
An extreme. Let's other generate. Okay. green. That is 11.
Is it attacking Brad? Is that what's happening right now?
Yes. The thing it did to the
Okay.
plane, it's doing to his face.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's all right.
I'm trying to figure out how it goes for me.
It can improve.
I mean, so it just kind of crushed the plane a little bit. It'll just crush your face a little bit.
Just a little bit. Add 1 or 2 more lumps to an already lumpy face.
While it's that close, right on Brad's face would be the time to just unload your other 3 shots, Hannah.
I was thinking this is about the time that Rob's going to unload his luck.
I'm going to pull my earbud out for a second. Y'all keep yucking it up. I have to do math in my head.
Oh yeah, I just figured it wasn't good entertainment for everybody just to look at the top of Rob's head while he adds.
That's fair.
Unless we could throw some little smoke emojis in there coming out.
Okay, I've got it. So all of this was to determine the strength of the spell, and now the strength, I need to make that maneuver against you. But you got an extreme success. There's not, even if I get a extreme success.
Couldn't change it.
My con's pretty solid.
Let's see.
Actually, most of my scores are. Everything except for
Yeah,
appearance.
you rolled a what we used to call a museum piece.
Yeah, I got some nice ones. Except for the one on appearance. I'm ugly as hell, but
Oh gosh!
other than that, I do pretty well.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm not that big.
So I was thinking to myself, I shouldn't even roll. He got an extreme success. There's only one
However,
thing that beats an extreme success.
You get an
rolled an
01.
I've never done it in my life.
Ay, 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 ay. Okay, so what does this 01
Uh-oh.
do to my face?
Let's find out.
Rob takes a lot of glee.
I rolled
Goodness.
well. I have a 1 in 100 chance of beating an extreme success. Hang on, I'm just.
This is why I like percentile games, because an 01 is so much more satisfying than a natural 20.
I can't really show off an 01 very well. I don't know. It was an 01. 001.
Awesome.
Okay, so
I critically failed.
when the target is struck, an imposed roll must be made using the spell's strength versus the target's con. If successful, the target is knocked unconscious. Period. If
Yeah,
it's
unconscious is a specific condition in the health rules. It's on my little chart, but basically you'll have to do a successful first aid on him to get him going again. Yeah.
Got it.
So the positive
Okay.
is you're not in danger of dying. You don't really take any damage.
I just bam.
Hannah, you are next to him. You're aiming your guns out the window. You're pulling the triggers. He looks to you for a second like, this is fun, right? Then he's just not next to you anymore. He is up against the other end of the plane and slides down. Now that the plane has bottomed or leveled out, he just slumps down to the floor with his eyes rolling in different directions at the same time.
Oh.
I would do this here, but I don't think I can manage it.
I certainly can't. Okay. Well, that doesn't slow the plane down, but it stops one of you from slowing them down. So it is back to you guys' turn. If this roll goes well for Travis, y'all escape. So, how are we spending our turns? We're going to do Brad and Hannah first. Brad, unless something changes, I know
I'm
what you're
spending my
doing this
turn.
turn.
Sprawled out.
Okay.
You got hit with enough
I-
force to the face to spin a plane around, so... Hey, Steve.
I will point out that there is a lucky rule that we've never used called avoid unconsciousness.
Oh.
You may spend 1 luck to remain conscious till the end of the round. To continue on subsequent rounds, you spend double what you spent the last round.
Oh, that's
So if you want to stay
fine.
up another round, it's 2. You
Hmm.
want to stay up another round, it's 4. You want to stay up another round, it's 8, and so on.
But you have to keep doing that until you
That
like.
is the
You have
case.
to say it the second it happens. So you have to decide right now if you're going to do it.
I'm doing it.
Nice.
If that's
Okay.
all right with you, Rob. I'm
Yeah,
doing
you're
it.
fine. You get like flattened to the other side, and your eyes are going different directions, but you kind of collect yourself, and it is you. Everyone in the game, in and out of character, knows it is a matter of time. Brad is going to fall unconscious when
Out on my feet.
when Brian stops spending luck. But you can
Right.
continue to
For
act.
the ex-boxer, though, if you think about
No,
it.
that's
Yeah,
great.
I've done this
works.
100 times.
It works with my
Yeah.
backstory, and that means it
Yeah.
is my turn, and that means
Sure.
I'm firing in that general direction. Does this near unconsciousness affect my aim?
Not because you're
Doesn't, you
spending
just need
luck.
to-
Nope.
You got to pay the luck. Pay one luck.
Okay, I've already paid that,
All right. Now I'm up to
but I
20.
will only take one shot since I know Hannah is kind of in the line of fire now.
18.
I'm good at staying out of the way.
You're all right. No danger of hitting her, but
Okay.
still firing one shot may be better.
Yeah, I'm just going for the one.
And so y'all know, if you don't do damage to it with the bullet, I'm not slowing it down. You have to
Got
get
it.
through that
Mhm.
armor.
I hit with a 31.
That's a hit.
And it's going to do 6 plus 2, 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. It has 9 armor.
Oh.
So your bullet is right on the money. Doesn't seem to slow it down this time.
Doesn't seem to affect it. Got it.
Hannah, what are you doing with your turn?
If I take 3 shots, the damage die doesn't get penalty?
Nope.
It's just the to hit.
Yep.
Okay, second question. If I do all 3 shots, do each of them get 2 penalty dice or just 1?
One.
Just 1?
Unless there's
Well-
a reason for another one. I mean, they could have multiple ones. I mean, it wouldn't be crazy for him to say in a
Now-
plane that's jerking around all over the damn place.
Yeah, I mean, you could have penalty dice
Automatic
from multiple
fire.
sources.
If you find yourself a machine gun, it works that way.
Yeah. It's
As you
the
hold
longer
down a
you hold
trigger.
the trigger, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not with a revolver.
Semi-auto,
Okay.
you're all right.
Gotcha. Well, I'm pretty good with handguns, and I want to give myself the chance to do enough damage. So I'm going to try firing all 3 shots and take
Okay.
the penalty die. Okay. Okay, yeah. First one with penalty is a 71, so that will miss.
Okay.
Second one. Ooh, that might be good. Okay, even with penalty, second one is a 40. So that hits.
Nice.
Just a regular hit.
I can't believe I rolled a 1,
And
guys. I'm so stoked. And it didn't even matter. I net gained 1 luck out of
26.
Brad.
Okay, third one was a 26, then went up to a 56, but a 56 will still hit.
Okay. So 2 hits.
So 2 hits.
A d10 plus 2. We're looking for a number higher than 9.
Okay. That is a 10 plus 2, so 12 on that one.
3. Okay.
And second one
Gotcha.
is a 7 plus 2, so 9 exactly.
Okay. So 9 exactly. It's not meets beats when it comes to damage and armor.
Mm-hmm.
Second shot might as well not have hit, although it did. Second one, though. Punched a hole in one. Smoke starts leaking. And you have successfully slowed down the braided mass once again. That is as much damage as you can do with a bullet to a hunting horror, so well done you. I mean, without impaling it.
Yeah.
All right, Travis, the only help you received is your own. These things came out of the cloud cover and were off target. And you have managed to at least create the opportunity for a little extra distance between you and them. And that could be the difference maker here. If you
All right,
manage...
so I've got my bonus die that I gave myself.
Mm-hmm. If it is an extreme success, you move forward 3 spaces and the chase is over.
It is an ought 2, thanks to the bonus die. It is an
Nice.
extreme success. The other one actually made it, but it was not an extreme success. So an Ought 2 is extreme. I don't know what to tell you.
All right. So talk to us about how you installed nitrous in your.
Actually, it's really just the little bits of leftover whiskey that I've been experimenting with. I've got a little tank of it, so I just burned it off. We took off on a bank in that direction. I took off and got enough distance between us and them that they can't keep up.
Brilliant. Okay. Brad and Hannah, Travis, you've left them in your dust. You're staring straight ahead. No idea what's going on behind you until they tell you. You see.
I bet Brad's not going to tell me.
Maybe not.
I sit down and pass out.
Hannah, you watch as this green and purple energy that's been gathered up in this black triad of entities is released. And momentarily, 5 or 6 seconds, you think, a window is opened in the space between you. And in that window, through it, rather, you see this same landscape, this coastline over some part of the shore. But from the angle, you see down into the harbor. And the landscape has not changed, but it's darker there. There's smoke in the air. And you see flashes of light. Down low on the ground, small ones. Up in the air, large ones. Explosions. Gunfire. Artillery. There's a war on the other side of this tear in the air. And a plane passes by it and erupts, just torn apart as a hail of gunfire descends from above. And following it, the point of origin, as this red biplane skims past the portal, diving through the wreckage of an aerial combat now years in the past. With the slight understanding that you could have been there had things worked out differently. And since you're the only one awake and facing it to glimpse this, I would like a sanity check, please.
That's fair.
It knocked unconscious, worked in your favor again.
Right?
This is
I
my
failed.
strategy for surviving Cthulhu.
Just pass out for the scary bits and I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like BA on the A team.
I would like you to roll a D4, please. This isn't
Pull
so
up the
bad.
chart.
You are seeing normal things that shouldn't be there.
2.
2, you are going to take 2 points of sanity damage, and Mike is referencing his handy-dandy chart for us.
Yes, so you failed the roll, is that true?
Yes.
Okay, so the first thing that happens before we worry about how much sanity you lost is she has an involuntary reaction for 1 round. You decide what it is. That's usually that she screams, runs, pukes, drops something, shoots somebody, freezes. Usually whatever's most inconvenient. I mean, she doesn't dive through the portal, probably.
Nah, it's in the
Probably not.
it's far behind you, thanks to
Yeah.
Travis's
Very
capable
lucky roll.
flying.
I was prepared to announce a double aught when I saw that 0 come up. I was like, oh.
Hannah, for the time
Okay.
being, you're just going to collapse. You don't want to look at it, you don't want to think about it. You are going to prostrate yourself and curl into a little ball and just hope that the rest of the world goes away for a moment.
Okay.
I will
the
thank the
only-
cruelty later.
The only other thing to consider, you only took 2 sanity, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
So unless she has an underlying insanity, which I think our stay at the hospital should have traditionally would have cured any insanity that she and I had.
Yeah.
Then nothing new happens. Although, I mean, I'm still walking around with a mania, and I don't know if she has one too. I mean, you never told me that they cured my obsession with books. If she had something similar, then she does have an underlying insanity.
I mean, I have that insane talent that I got.
That's different.
Oh.
You broke and created an alter ego for yourself, but you did have a mania. Was it a phobia? No, I think you had a mania too.
Something you obsessively do, like they want something to do with fire. I don't remember. But if you did have one, then we have more stuff to do. Do you want to just go ahead and behave like she does and worry about what it is, or?
Yeah, I think let's do that, but our way of... I remember saying at the time, we put your hit points back up to full, we restored some sanity for you guys, but we never got you the opportunity to roleplay your manias and phobias, and I didn't think that was fun, so I said they didn't cure you of them. So yeah, I'm going to say
right.
Katie has an underlying insanity for Hannah, and I will figure out what it was supposed to be and go back.
When I
my
go look
notes.
at the list, I'll probably remember it too. It was.
I thought it was too, Hodgren.
What was it? Yeah, maybe that's probably right. I think we did this after the stream had ended. Brian had to run, and we just sat around talking and dealt with them. Mine, for anybody who doesn't know, is bibliomania. So I went right from wanting to destroy the Necronomicon to now wanting to possess it in the matter of just a second.
Cuddle with it in bed at night.
Exactly.
Yeah, my issue with fire was in the last game.
Okay. Well, you did have an issue with this, I think. But anyway, I'll walk her through what it is while you think about it.
Balleomania, abnormal fondness for ballet. I don't know that was it.
I don't think so.
Do you currently have an underlying insanity? Yes. So you have a bout of madness. Let me zoom in because my own print is pretty small. All right, so there are other investigators present. So for a D10 rounds, she retains control of herself, but you can veto any actions that don't jive with whatever you think she should be doing in this bout of madness. And then when it ends, you can potentially amend one of her backstory elements or assign her a new phobia or mania. You can revise the older one, or she can just start collecting multiple ones like, Pokemon. So that's really about it.
Why don't we do that? Why don't we use this as an excuse to redefine a mania that we don't clearly remember into one that we do?
That's a good idea. Yeah, there's a place to put it on your card. So when you get it this time, just type it in up there. It's on that first page. The Bout of Madness suggestions for Pulp Cthulhu are on page 75 of the Pulp book. If you want to look at them. You want to look at the one. One's called Real Time. There's 10 of them. You could roll a D10 if you want.
I'd actually like you to roll a D100 and then roll a D10, please.
Okie dokie. I was looking to see if I maybe had something about it in my notes, but all I had was that I went insane and assumed like the alter personality.
I may have written it in my notes.
Yeah, opposite of her in every way, but better equipped to handle the situation in front of her. Oh no, it does say mild pyrophobia.
Oh, guess
Because
that came
of
back.
because of the vortex of flame?
That makes sense.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Fear of fire. That's right.
Well,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, I do remember thinking about that because I was thinking about like lighting the cigarettes.
All right, well,
Having
we're going to
okay,
redefine it
yeah.
for you. So hit me with the D100 and a D10.
Okay, that's fine.
You could
And then
get...
it also lasts a D10 rounds if that's not the D10 you're...
Try and roll a 47 for me. That would be cool.
I rolled a 5.
5. So you don't want an obsession with issuing odd marriage proposals, is what I'm hearing.
That would be great. That would be so fun to role play.
Oh.
I mean, hilarious.
All right, so I have a new life mission I need to play.
Can we just pick one?
I think this is going to be fun for you, Katie. It's not going to be very fun for Hannah. You have agathomania, pathological kindness.
Oh, Jesus,
Yeah.
Rob. No.
Perfect.
Can we not do the marriage proposal thing?
You just got to go insane again. All right, and then roll a d10 for me, please.
Fine.
Yeah,
8.
so that's your new mania, but you also are going to have a bout of madness, which could be anything.
You rolled an alter ego again. So for the next little bit here, I mean, just for probably time for a quick conversation with Travis, you are Ellie, who is not well equipped to handle eldritch situations again.
I was hoping you would just really lean into the kindness.
That'll be what's left over in a moment.
Yeah, I think that's part of the alter exact opposite personality. Oh, shit. Okay.
I say, what's going on back there? He's asleep. I think he's asleep.
He's unconscious. I gotta help him.
Okay, yeah.
If I can. I'm gonna,
Well, I don't think I should.
I mean, maybe if we like landed the plane and like had a moment where we're not doing this. Maybe we should just go home.
Well, okay. We're not going home. I think landing the plane was where your good suggestions probably should have stopped, because I think a Cthulhu monster bit my plane, and I'd like to land and look and see if any permanent damage was done.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And
yeah,
then
but
we
we're
can
not going
talk about.
home.
Okay, well, we can talk about it.
Hey, there's Eric Bra.
Eric Bra!
Eric!
Cheering 50 bits. What is up, man? The Viking of voice in our chat. I don't know why I tried to make my voice sound lower and cooler when Eric Bra is
Yeah.
around.
It
He's
looks
like
the
you did.
master of lower and cooler.
You did.
What is up, buddy? Jack Keeley. Yeah. Oh, the gang's back. Steve and Eric are watching.
Yeah, I was wondering if you noticed Steve was on. He's been here a while.
Yeah, I
You
said
just
hi
didn't
to
have
him.
your nose in a book. Oh, okay, I missed that.
I didn't give him any more than that because he's my brother and I've spent all day with him. But that's all.
Rude.
Yeah,
Good to have you,
the
buddy.
original
Love ya.
Excelsior gang is all here now.
The gang's all here.
And Ellie's back. If only momentarily. Hannah went crazy and went back to Ellie.
Yay.
I was hoping she would start pulling the electrical systems of the plane apart and trying to shock herself.
That would be great.
No!
Good in so many ways.
I still think we're missing out not doing the marriage proposal.
Well, I mean, the good luck is that you didn't start, just shooting at us and that kind of stuff. So.
True. It could have been worse for you guys.
So we're going. I know we said we would wrap up the stream a little quicker tonight. We're gonna do a little housekeeping, hand waving, redlining, and then wrap up for the evening. So Hannah's stint as Ellie does not last until Travis manages to find a place to land the plane. It sounds like that is the plan, and get things checked out. Now that the danger is past, there is an opportunity to be a little more discerning as to where you want to land it. And you can find yourself an airstrip and muddle your way through some foreign conversation to get a capable team of repairmen. And
everybody speaks French. I do. So
there you go.
I finally get to use my French, and I'll put it in an airstrip because if it does need repairs, I'd rather be somewhere somebody can repair it.
Yeah. Some money is spent. It's nothing to Travis. Brad is revived. Discussions are had. The people are very curious as to what could have affected your plane so while you were flying. What managed to make the fuselage be dented in almost a perfect ring while you were flying from wherever you were flying from?
Turbulence.
I tell them something. It felt like something heavy hit the plane, lost control for a minute, and just managed to limp it in here. I have no idea what hit us. And I don't really care if they believe me, but I'm happy to roll my, fast talk.
Well, let's give you the opportunity to get a check mark. Go ahead and roll your fast talk.
Yes, I'm terrible at it, so no way. Yeah, I missed it by 89.
Oh gosh.
That was not a fumble though. That's just how bad I am.
Going to say, damn. Well, good to know. They seem unimpressed and are fairly sure that you just forgot the correct words in French, and but
I'd
you're
much rather roll my French. Let's see how my French is going. Can I?
Yeah, sure.
Also not great. I rolled a 47 against my 10 in French.
All right. Well, you speak French regardless, but your command of it does not help you.
There's thresholds, yeah.
Yeah. Eric is correct. That's a miss.
We seem like tourists.
Hey, James.
Yes, you managed. 10 was good enough for me to order food in restaurants, so that's why I took it to a 10.
Fair.
Could you roll your credit rating for me, Travis? This is a weird one.
Yeah, you still always get to decide if it changes. It can't be check marked, but if I'm overspending, I missed my credit rating by 9.
Okay. What I'm trying
happy to spend luck if it's important.
So what I'm trying to establish here is how well you are able to finance their. My vocabulary is failing me a little bit. How interested they are in quickly repairing you and getting you back on your way.
I've got some money too, and I want to help Travis. Because I'm so nice.
You're so nice. You are
I
nice.
want to help
That's
pay
nice
for these repairs. Yeah, I'm standing next to him, holding his elbow in case he stumbles while he walks.
Do you want to give that one a go? Do you want to try rolling it as well?
Go if I can.
This is more just to flex, I'm important and well connected, and you should do what I want you to do. I would be happy
to push it. If we never push anything, I'll gladly push my credit rating.
I rolled an 18, so that's a hard success for mine.
Okay. What is yours?
40 total.
Gotcha. All right. Well, Hannah, now feeling much more like herself, gets out of your dented up plane as you're having this conversation with the guys, and she has put on full Frances Boyle debutante and acting like she's the queen of some place, and can't believe how her pilot let her down in such a way, and we have to get to the gala. Well, not exactly that, but that's kind of the airs we're putting on, I imagine, to get these guys to expedite things, and of course, some money changes hands for their trouble apart from the repairs.
I'm also pretty well trained in mechanical repair, so if they don't want to do it, I'm like, well, just let me have your stuff.
You could probably speed things along by getting involved. Brad, are you handy with a wrench as well?
Not particularly.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I want to get us back in the air as fast as possible, and I know my plane well, so I try to.
Yeah, my mechanical repair has nothing added to it, so it's at 10%.
Okay. Travis, go ahead and roll that for us as well. We're gonna. Brian is doing a great.
One.
Seriously?
I rolled a 1.
Man,
I rolled a 1.
It feels good, right?
These are Misty Mountain dice. This little purple one always rolls 00. I don't know what to tell you. It's your only. That's all it does.
And I can't say it's weighted or anything because we. Oh damn! Hold it right twice in the same session. What the crap?
I got an alt 2 before, but he got an alt 1. So yeah, we've had some low numbers.
Steve, I can't help you with the plane, but I can bring you some water and some snacks.
You
want some snacks?
I would just some cigarettes.
Do you want some whiskey? Okay, I've already got some. But you have to light it though. I can't be involved in that.
I'm afraid she's gonna ask me to marry her.
With a critical success for Travis, repairs go swimmingly. These guys kind of fall in line, and they kind of realize they don't know as much about mechanical repairs as you do. Whoever the queen of somewhere is, she hired a really capable pilot for herself who knows a lot about planes, and we just kind of need to hand him stuff and stay out of his way and do what he tells us to do. It's a real pity he doesn't speak better French, or maybe we would be done with this already.
I speak infinitely better French than anybody else here.
Yeah. Anybody else on the plane.
That's what I meant.
You guys don't even burn a day on this. Travis is going to lose some sleep.
That's what whiskey's for.
Yeah.
And cigarettes.
You were staring down being 2 days behind Barlowe. But really, you're just a day and change right now. You're not really any worse off than you were, considering everything that you just went through.
Yeah, probably just stopped a little earlier than we'd planned or something.
Right. A refuel and you're back in the air, and we're going to come into the next session in Palestine and hunting for the Key of Solomon with Brad, lucky as he's ever been.
Only slightly concussed.
Travis with a freshly repaired plane. And Hannah being the sweetest thing you ever did see. So be sure to tune in next week for all of that. Let's find somebody to raid. I will remind everybody before we go, it's been popping up in the chat, but I didn't say anything about it at the start of the stream. Because I am a bad streamer. We do have a giveaway going on the channel throughout the month of April. All you have to do is subscribe to our company newsletter, and you are automatically entered to win, if you aren't subscribed already, to win a Talon and Claw wooden Dungeon Master screen. These things are really cool. They are pretty heavy, but they are badass. Really set a statement when you set them down on the table and open that thing up. People know that although you're here to play, you ain't here to play. All you have to do is, here, I'm going to pop that in the chat before I look for somebody to raid so that everybody knows where to go. You cannot possibly enter you can't possibly win if you don't enter. You can possibly enter. So enter and then maybe you win. Any other announcements? Brad, tell us what's going on in your Thursday night game and why we should look forward to it.
Oh.
Ryan, sorry.
We are.
I keep doing that.
We are doing Blood Nights on Thursday, and if you watch the last one, we left off with a bit of a cliffhanger, so it should get bloody really fast, really early on in the session. So that's always fun. But the following week we'll be off for a bit because of conventions and such. But we'll be playing at 8 o'clock Central on Thursday night. So if you want to see mercenaries shedding blood in a tavern, there you go.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
If nothing else, we're going to head over to Playodic Games. They're friends of the channel, friends of ours. They just had a incredibly successful charity drive for Extra Life. I'm sure some of you were involved because, again, our channels are such good friends. And if you were, then thank you so much. They are over the moon with how well everything went, and they are forging right on ahead. So say hi to them when you get over there. Yeah, we'll send you that way in just a couple of seconds. And thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you back next week. And just in case you don't hear it until we're back together again, and I hope that you hear it very much, always remember that at least around here, we love you guys. See you next time!